What's going on out there, people? So it's day 4, and I'm probably looking how I feel. Feel a little defeated right now, a little broke down. Excuse me. A little like my bones are kind of achy, and like it's kind of weird. Like I had said in a comment to somebody, you know, and I mentioned in my first video that I had a past with drug addiction. Still currently dealing with a few things right now, but I used to be addicted to heroin for off and on probably 8 years, 9 years, and I have kind of the same feeling right now. It's very weird. I don't know if it's like, I can't tell if it's just my brain or my mind playing tricks on me, or if it's the physical effects of the stress. I honestly can't tell. All I know is that this isn't good, you know. It doesn't feel good at all right now. I feel extremely pessimistic, and I miss my kids. Fuck, I miss my kids, man. I get to see them for 10 hours on Sunday. I think a lot of what I'm going through at the moment right now is after I went and saw my kids. So like I said in the other video as well, like, so I'm like an hour and a half away from where they are, and I drive there, you know, I drive back. Like I've been making that trip quite a lot, actually. It's about 80 miles one way, because I've got business down there or whatever, but I don't feel like I could be down there. Like when I'm down there in the area where the house is that we lived in, like I don't feel comfortable in that area now. It's weird. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what to think right now. It's weird. Not to beat a dead horse and keep saying weird, but I can't describe it. I feel out of place almost. But on the other hand, I'm kind of getting this feeling like the trauma bond is starting to break a little bit. I know it's very early, but keep in mind so let me give you a little bit of history. So in 2020, when COVID hit, in August of 2020, so about 4 or 5 months into COVID, I got laid off from work. As I said before, I'm a union plumber, and at the shop that I was working for at that time, we were doing tenant improvement for a lot of the bigger companies, like in Santa Monica, downtown LA, you know, like Amazon, Google, Edmunds, you know, big outfits. Well, they all went home, and so there was no work, there was nothing to improve, there was no tenants to improve. So I got laid off, and I was home all the time. Well, I got sober from drinking in March of 2018. So I was kind of a busybody for a couple years, and then when I got laid off, I was just at home. And that's when I really started noticing what the narc was all about. I started seeing like just different things. Just different things were pointing themselves out, like very demanding. And like, you know, before, she always was, but I just didn't pay any attention to it because I was either, truth be told, drunk or just doing my own thing, like working, whatever, right? Like I realize now, and I realized then, that I just kept busy, you know? So I tried not to deal with it. But when I got laid off in 2020 and, you know, we had to be home, nothing was open. There was no customers to do any work for or anything. No shops were hiring. So I was just on unemployment. And so we were together all the time. All the time. Our 3 daughters were at home because, you know, schools were closed. So there was a bit of cabin fever there, I'm sure. And it just exasperated the problem. And it made it so I had to take notice, right? I couldn't walk away from it after that. Or I couldn't ignore it, rather. Around December of 2020 was the first time that she had made a threat against me. Like, she told me she was going to slit my throat, actually. And that moment was such a turning point because I didn't do anything about it. I mean, frankly, I'm going to be honest with you, I was in shock. I was like, wow, man, like, she just fucking said that. I was like, she can't be serious, you know, she doesn't really mean that. And I was very naive, and it was very early on, and I hadn't learned anything about narcissism at that point. I didn't know anything about mental health at all. You know, I knew bipolar, and I knew depressed, and I knew anxious, and ADHD, and that was probably about it. Multiple personality disorder, whatever. I didn't know what a psychopath was, what a sociopath was. I heard the term, obviously, but I didn't really know what it was. You know, antisocial personality disorder, narcissism, borderline, none of that stuff. Well, I was driving to go get food one night, and I don't know what, I can't remember exactly what made me do it, but I looked up a video. I think, to be honest, I think the video, like something like, "Is your wife a bitch?" You know, something like that, like something super cheesy. And I was like, yeah, she kind of is. And so I started watching the video, and I go, holy shit, man. And then I stumbled over a creator named Little Shaman. And she had a video that said 8 characteristics or 8 traits, whatever it was, that your wife is a covert narcissist or a narcissist, whatever. So I listened to the video. She pegged her to a fucking T. Pegged her to a T. And I was like, yeah, this is fucking her. This is the deal. So then I started researching covert narcissism. And when I say I researched, like I said, I was home for COVID. I didn't go back to work until the end of 2021. So I was home for a year and a half, or a year and 4 months, whatever it was. I did nothing but research for that year and 4 months. But I still didn't get it. It's weird. I didn't get it. I didn't understand the gravity of what I was dealing with at all. Fucking not at all. I told her I thought she was a narcissist right away, like an idiot. I took the things like, do you want to hurt a narcissist? You know, do you want to make him? And I was angry, right? So fuck yeah, I want to do that. I did basically all the shit that you're not supposed to do. I did it all. And obviously it was stupid, right? So I gave her some serious narcissistic injuries, right? And, you know, if I had to do it all over again, I would have quietly got my resources together and I would have jumped ship. But, you know, But I don't know if I would have, honestly. I don't know if I would have, because even right now, after all the bullshit that's happened, I went to go pick up my kids yesterday. I was still texting. We were texting back and forth last night. We got in a huge fucking argument over text. And then I asked her if she wanted to fuck. It's embarrassing, but at the same time, like, I'm kind of like flying by the seat of my pants. Like, my emotions are so overwhelming. They change in the blink of an eye. And I kind of just go with them. Like, I'm not using my filter at all. I'm just going for it. And I'll be honest with you, I was like, fucking, hopefully she just say yes, you know what I mean? I'll go over there and we'll fuck real quick, and then, you know, that'll be that. I don't feel an emotional connection to her at all. Like, she did me fucking way dirty. But physically, I'm still very attracted to her, honestly. When I saw her yesterday when she was dropping off the kids, I was like, fuck, man. You know? But then a part of me feels like, is it just because it's the forbidden fruit? Something I can't have? Is that what makes me want it? Because when we were together, I was attracted to her, yeah. But I could take it or leave it. I was like, it's whatever. I didn't cheat on her, but I didn't fucking like, I mean, I'd pursue it sometimes. But now I'm just like, fuck, like I'm obsessing over it. I'm thinking about it constantly. And it's like, you know, is that my way of like trying to get a connection with her back? Or like, I don't know, you know? Very weird. I hate to go back to that word, and I apologize, I really do. I'm not trying to be repetitive. It's just, thoughts are coming to me as I'm I'm really glad I'm making these videos, and I honestly, I hope somebody gets something from them and they can relate to them and whatever. I'm literally spitballing here, and I am just whatever I'm thinking, whatever's going through my brain. So if it's very sporadic and it's very hard to keep up with, I apologize. But right now, that's what's going on in my head. My head's very sporadic. My head is very hard to keep up with. Like, I know what I need to do. I know what the right thing to do is. But, like I said, that trauma bond is real. It is real. I feel like I'm like losing a part of me. Like, I don't feel like I'm gaining me back. I feel like I'm losing a part of me. And I feel like I've lost so much of me already that like I can't lose me anymore. But I'm really not. I'm losing her and getting me back. But I guess it's maybe because I don't even know who I am anymore. Like, I don't even know who I am. I don't even know what I like. I don't even know. I mean, shit, like, I know it's not something to talk about, you know, 3 weeks into it or whatever, but like dating, I don't know how to date. Are you kidding me? Like, that whole, the prospect of all of that is so overwhelming for me. Like, being alone. I enjoy my alone time. But, you know, I like to think I'm a pretty personable person. I like to talk to people. I like to interact. You know, I'm one of those guys that I could strike up a conversation with somebody at a friggin' grocery store or, you know, Target or whatever, gas station, doesn't matter, pretty easily. But I'm also very shy and reserved when it comes to like women. Like, I'm honestly a narcissist fucking wet dream, if you want to know the truth. I mean, that's a realization I had to come to in the last week or so. I'm a fucking wet dream for them. Like, I love completely. I forgive and forget easily. I care about people's feelings before my own. I just hate that these are like characteristics that I know about myself. But I'm like, am I too fucking lazy to change it? Or do I not know where to begin? Like, I don't even know. But I do know one thing for sure. I can't fall for this shit again. So whatever I got to do to not fall for it is what I got to do. And I don't know what that entails at this moment in time. But I know I can't go through this again. And I hear all the time that people, if they don't deal with what they need to deal with, they end up right back in a shitty relationship. So I don't want that. I don't know. Anyway, I said I was going to keep these videos around 10 minutes. I rambled on till 16, so almost 17. So anyways, thank you guys for the ones that subscribed and left comments and things like that. Like, it makes me feel good, and I do appreciate it. And like I said, I hope somebody's getting something out of this. I'll tell you right now, I know I am. My brain's been going crazy for the last 4 days. And like comments that people are leaving. I'm taking it all in, and I'm taking it all to heart. And man, I honestly, I really appreciate it. It's very validating that I'm not fucking crazy, and I'm not the only one who had to deal with this, or had to, I know I'm not the only one to deal with it, but I'm the only, like, you always feel like, am I the only one who had, had it like this, right? But I'm not, and, the comments and stuff prove it. And I hope these videos, for somebody who's going through it, proves to them that they're not crazy. And, the world that we live in now, it's a very narcissistic world to begin with. So to get tangled up with a narcissist on a personal level is fucking horrible. But I'll make it out of this. I'll be alright. I know I will. I'm a fucking fighter. I fight like fucking mad. So, anyway, I hope you guys all have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow.